So today we are starting with the session 1, Soul Plan. And Soul Plan is something which is not specific to a situation in your life, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, but it is given, it is for everyone. We all come with a plan, what we also call pre-birth planning. That means every soul prepares a plan, and then we come in human incarnation to experience certain emotions. And that is the whole point. Now, why it is important? Because if you understand this process, it's very easy to understand what is happening in our life. You can lead your life better. You can stay blissful, happy, healthy. A lot of it, what we will see here, it's based on my workshop with Robert Charles, his different books that he has written, and authors like Sonia, and she has done good work on this topic of soul plan, and of course, different other interactions, learnings, and all those things. Certain examples we will talk about, whatever is appropriate to make the point more clear, to make the point easy to understand. Because sometimes when we go through those real life examples, it really helps. So, first of all, it is important to understand that what is the goal, what is the reward when we talk about healing. Now, we will take this whole journey of soul plan in 8 to 10 different sessions. First, we will go through the topic so that we can understand, and then certain specific scenarios. It is easy to just go over a topic, but when in real life we go through that particular situation, it is not easy for the person to kind of accept and move on. So that's why we will go slow. We will take our time in understanding the minor details. So it is not that, we are talking about the goal or rewards in terms of healing, that, okay, when I will have a truly blissful experience in meditation, then that's my reward. No. It may happen multiple times or maybe just once. Doesn't, there's no rule for it. Because when we meditate, we don't go with any expectation. But certainly it does not happen every day. So don't wait for that moment that only when that happens, I will be happy. So it is about your every moment, every day. You come to a point that you are happy. You can enjoy. It's not like once a year I go for a big vacation. 1 week I'm going to wherever I want and I'm happy that week. But what about the remaining 51 weeks in the year? So the point here is, how can I be really enjoying my life on daily basis rather than on a specific occasion? Won't it be nice that if you start thinking, then when was last time I felt depressed or, stressed, obsessed, or out of control, what we call like angry and totally disturbed? And if you have to think hard, that means it happened long time ago. That means that is the condition you want in your life. That when you think, you can't even remember correctly when was the last time you were so stressed out, so disturbed. That means you have been living peacefully, joyfully for a very long time. This is what you want. So what happens is, if we lead our life, if we live our life based on the soul plan, then what will happen? The frequency or the energy, or simple terms, consciousness will increase, improve. And the soul will be much happier because now, it's like uh, you go to school, when you get good marks throughout the year, your unit test, your half yearly or annual exam, you feel good that, yeah, I'm doing good. Same is for the soul. Soul will feel better if constantly we have those check mark. So it's not just one day, one particular week, no, throughout. So that's why it is important to understand what is soul plan, what is pre-birth planning. We have a lot of questions. Why this happened in my life? Why that happened? This topic will give you those answers. If you look around, you will see that mostly we learn from suffering. Because when things are good, we don't learn. We just think, oh, wow, that's normal. Only when things go against our wish, against our liking, we say, oh, these are tough days, bad days, or I'm going through suffering. So mostly we learn through suffering. The question is why we have to learn only through suffering? Why can't we learn when things are good even? So you want to move beyond that only when I suffer, I learn. No, you don't want that. You want to make use of this wisdom. Wisdom means soul plan, people planning, to enjoy every day, learn every day. What is the important thing here? Your learning, your improvement in consciousness takes place when you go through the negative situation. Negative means whatever is against your wish. But you're not acting weirdly, you're not reacting accordingly. You are able to accept, you are able to go through that emotion. That is the time when healing really takes place. So it is not that if nothing is negative in my life, I will be happy. No. Life is full of, it's like a coin. You have two sides. As a human being, we say good time, bad time. For soul, is just an experience. So if you can go through the what we call negative emotions, but you are not reacting, you are not totally dependent on that emotion. If it is good, you are happy. If it is negative, you are sad. No, you are not acting on it, reacting on it. Then that is a true good learning. So that is the stage we want to reach. So one of the fundamental thing for all of us, specific things may be different, but we are working on self-love. As a soul, we are looking for emotional independence. So self-love is very clear. The soul is trying to develop, because we all have stories about us. I'm not good in this. I can never do this. There are always something which we think we are not good at. Emotional independence is very key because that will come when you understand that your happiness is totally in your hand. You don't blame anyone for your misery, for your sadness. That, oh, because of weather, because I'm late or whatever, or because of traffic, or because my neighbor is like this, or my boss is like this, or my family member is like this. You're not blaming anyone. You can take control of your life yourself. That is emotional independence, means you're not blaming just everyone for whatever is happening in your life. So one concept is false belief. As we go through this soul plan, you will see false belief. So let's understand what is false belief. False belief is a story that we believe in. This will be different for everyone. My false belief is mine, yours is yours. Billions of people and billions of different stories because everyone is unique. But the bottom line is, but what is the fundamental thing of this false belief is we feel powerless. So as a person, we feel powerless. So our soul is trying to heal this false belief. Whether it is lack of self-respect, wealth, lack of resources, whether it is because of some shame, guilt, trauma. So we have to come out of it. The soul knows that I have all the powers. So there is always a conflict between the soul and we as a human being, physical world. Because physical world, we say, oh, I'm not good in this. I can never achieve this. So we feel powerless. But the soul knows that soul has all the capabilities. So if we feel that in my life there should be no trauma, no all these kind of negative energy, whether it's guilt, shame, and all those kind of things, then we have to understand what is pre-birth planning, what is my soul plan, and what is it that the soul is trying to heal. Then you will know, even if something bad in our mind, as a physical, as a human being, we say, oh, something bad happened. For soul is just an experience. So now you will be able to understand why this is happening with me. Heart has a special role, special place in our life. Sometimes people say, listen to your heart. Sometimes people say, don't listen to your heart. Do what your mind or your brain is telling you. Why? Because sometimes heart is telling you something which may not be logical, but that is your true feeling. That is why it is important to listen to your heart. Somebody can say, oh, pick one career. There is a lot of good opportunities. You will make a lot of money. But your heart says, maybe, but I don't want. I want to be something else. And we decide because lot of possibilities, lot of money, you choose something which you don't like, then whole life you will really suffer that, oh, I did not choose this. I don't like this, but I'm stuck in this career. So listening to heart at appropriate time is absolutely critical. There is a place for heart and there is a reason for it. We neglect it sometimes. So it is important. There is another concept, Akashic record. So what is Akashic record? Akashic record is a concept. You can think it as a database. It's a non-physical record. So it's not like like a library has a book or something. It's a concept where all the details of our soul plan do exist in energy form. So you may wonder that really I planned all this? Why would I plan all the trouble? So we need to understand, why did I plan? So you will understand what is it that the soul is trying to heal. And then the person will understand, okay, I invited this trouble in my life because as a human form, we say trouble, problem, difficulty, but the soul is just experience. But it's important to understand, why did I plan? So in this series, you may see different terms, medium, channel, spirit guide, past life regression. So what is all this? These are different terms related to soul plan or pre-birth planning. There are some people who have the, you can say, gift or capability that they can, uh, you know, have communication with the spirit world, with the angels. So even if we are not able to do that's okay, but we must understand that these are different possibilities, these are different ways. Past life regression, in between life regression, these are ways you can understand your soul plan. So when we talk about soul plan now we are getting into what is soul plan. So, sometimes we say good, bad, higher, lower, positive, negative. These are all in human form, physical form, not in soul terms. For soul, we are all being of light, means we are just bundle of energy. For physical body, we go by the society rules, the different aspect or perspective of society. Society decide, oh, you are a successful person or you are a failure. But for soul, it's just an experience. So in meditation, what are we trying to do? We are trying to dissolve the ego, the issue that we get because of our body. So mind and body, that's what we are trying to work. What are we focusing on? We are focusing on the light, the energy, the awareness. What we are trying to do is getting away from all the fears, the biasness, judgmental nature, the ego. And we are going towards unconditional love, compassion, feeling of gratitude. So what you are trying to do here is go from fear to fearless, going where you have compassion or feeling of oneness. You are able to accept as is. So you accept yourself as is, you accept others as is. You like what we call the strength, you also like what we call the weaknesses. That means as is. You cannot say, I like the strength, but I don't like the weaknesses, because that is only human form, physical nature. Energy does not differentiate. So this is where the consciousness clarity will come. As we understand soul plan better, we understand why things happen, how they are planned, how they are executed. There is a very important term, free will. Free will means life challenges are planned by you yourself, your soul. They are not designed to punish you, to make you go through the pain or, tough time, rough time. You can overcome them. You have a free will. You have a At every point, you have a free will to decide what to do next. Something happened, now you have a choice. You want to go for option A, option B. Suppose I pick A. Again, after A, again you have two choices. 1, 2. Soul is trying to learn what soul came to learn in this human form. And soul is going towards nirvana, mukti. Soul is making, or these experiences, this planning, everything is making you stronger and stronger, increasing the energy of the soul, consciousness. Sometime in one attempt, you may not be able to achieve it. You may have to repeat. Certain things are not easy. But you have a free will. It's not like everything is pre-written for you that, okay, it will go to A, to B, to C, to D. No. Every time you are, though the planning is there, but the beauty of planning is that every step you will have a choice. And based on what you choose, again, you will keep getting your choices. So that is why sometimes people say, okay, whatever is already written, then why should I work? If whatever has to happen will happen, then why should I work? This is the reason, free will. Yes, things are pre-written. However, your choice, different choices at every step will decide where you will end up. So challenges we all get in life. We plan challenges. So it is no coincidence. It is not by fluke challenges are coming in our life. Because challenges generally run against our hope, against the wish. So that's why we call them challenges. So the idea is not to escape, not to run away. The idea is to accept, experience them, and overcome them. Running away is not an answer. Learning, experiencing is the answer. Whatever is happening with you, you have picked up. We may not know why, but it is your choice. We have to find out what it is the learning and accept and learn and move on. And that is where your heart is very important. One should be grounded, true to yourself, and keep using your heart to understand rather than your head. Head is logic. If you are in a situation, whatever that situation is, you may feel confused, upset, all those things, understandable. So understand if you are in that situation, this is the part of you talking to you, which is the fearful part means because you're going through challenges. But it is talking to you, it is in touch with you, which is a good thing, and you know it is for some benefit. You may not know exactly what, but you planned it. These challenges, how do they help us? So they make us aware of the fear that is already in us. Because see, you can only solve a problem once you know about it. If you don't know what fear, what emotion is stuck inside me, how can you overcome that? How can you fix it? The fear comes to you so that you can hug the fear like a baby. You can accept like a baby. Baby, sometimes, they are crying or they are upset, but they are just newborn baby. You don't scream at them. You would just put your arms around and you will try to comfort that child. Same thing we have to do with ourselves. These challenging situations that we get time to time is to heal our inner child. whatever has happened in the past or the planning, depending again on karmas, what happened in our life. So it is going through some healing process. So it is not a bad thing. Don't think challenges means bad. You did something bad. That's why it is happening. Don't get scared. Don't feel in the, sometime before you must have done, and this is a punishment for that. That's why this has happened in my life. No. So the challenges will heal that frightened child inside you. It will bring your strengths out, the true self. And once we do this, it will heal you. Once you complete at least one such challenge, one such situation, then you will feel that, wow, this challenge in my life really helped me in understanding whatever that is. If something is helping you understand something, is it not our teacher? So you will thank that situation, that planning, that, okay, I know it was very tough, challenging, but now I learned this. So you will thank that situation like you thank your teachers for teaching you something. You will thank your own soul that, wow, what a good planning you did. You will have gratitude because now you have understood this challenge. It was tough, but it taught you something, a lesson, a healing of your soul. What happens then? When you have gone through this, you have learned, now you will be ready to help others who are going through the same situation, or those who need your advice, your help, your information, wisdom. And when you help others, help yourself, the energy in the heart increases. That awakening, that going through the personal crisis, it makes you stronger. Initially, it may appear that this situation is breaking you. It will, totally dishearten and you will feel totally low. But they actually are there to help you overcome that barrier. With this, you are increasing your consciousness. With this, you are able to now understand higher level topics better. And hence, you are doing what your soul plan has intended. So, masters, when you think about a challenge in life, a situation in life, don't consider it as a pain. Don't consider it as a punishment. You planned it before coming in this human incarnation for your journey towards nirvana, towards mukti. ये आप ही की प्लानिंग है. Don't blame anyone. Enjoy, appreciate that the soul has planned it beautifully. You may not know what it is teaching you. It's possible that today you don't know what I will learn, but it is guaranteed that it is for your benefit. It is not for your punishment. So we will continue next week. We will get deeper and deeper into this.